So the show called Real Kids 419. So that at some point somebody would be like, yeah, y'all with the Real Kids 419, and real mean video real. So I'll show you about it. With the Real Kids 419, and today's topic is violence in the city, but mainly pertaining to the block party incident. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna do introductions. My name David Ross, Gutter Dave, whatever you call me.
My name is Devon, and I like music.
My name's White. I like superheroes. Hey, Rich, I like basketball.
My name is JB, and I don't do no sports. My name is Nico, and I like to make money.
My name is Joel, and I like to
Okay. That's what's up. So the topic today is the violence that happened in the city, the block party, man. We want to give y'all a unique perspective. These dudes are some wise dudes right here. Don't let the looks fool you. Just kidding. Yeah, they some wise dudes, man. So we gonna enlighten y'all on a lot of perspective, and they're gonna enlighten me on a lot of perspective. Because me personally, I don't know too much about the subject or what happened. I just know what I heard, and we always know when you hear stuff is usually most of the time not true. So one of the first topic is leading up to the incident. Like, somebody want to volunteer to tell me a little bit how it was leading up to it, because I heard it wasn't that bad.
I'll tell you, because I was there. The incident was, before the incident, everything was cool, everything was smooth, everybody out there doing their thing. Everybody chilling, everybody having fun. Everybody think when it get dark, it's about to, even when it got dark, it was before the incident, so we was kicking it out there.
What were some of the things y'all was doing, like listening to music?
Yeah, just kicking it, listening to music, chilling, sitting around.
Okay. When I think of a block party, I think of bouncy houses, games, and all that other stuff. Is that what it's like? Or was it just
a different type of block?
Okay. It was
just like a car block.
Yeah, okay.
Little kid block party. Yeah.
Okay. So it was a party.
Yeah.
But on block. So yeah, it's a traditional block party. So was this like, not, you don't gotta say the name, but was this organized by youth, or was this something that the neighborhood always do?
They put a neighborhood 4th of July. Oh, go ahead.
The neighborhood used to always do that. I used to live on.
I heard about that too.
Since I was a kid, we always do it. Now all the old heads out the way. Now it's new people.
Right. And y'all was like, we gonna keep it going, but they ain't bless y'all or help y'all out with it, probably.
Yeah, no.
So if somebody was like, if the big homies is like, what y'all need, would that have maybe made a different turn?
Or even something like, we ain't having all these guns, this and that, we had that over here.
Right. If y'all had something to do with guns, we would have been a factor. I think. So if somebody came to y'all like, what y'all need, some bouncy houses, what y'all need, a DJ, was a DJ here?
Yeah.
Was it order?
Like, I call them big companies because they're my big company.
Yeah.
They only like 20 in their 20s. But they put that together themselves. They put the whole block together themselves.
Okay.
And nobody else. One house of the homies put the whole thing together.
Oh, okay.
Whole block party. Promoted it and everything. We shared it on Facebook. So, like, it wasn't promoted to be like a kid.
It was supposed to be something like y'all kicking it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so like once upon a time, y'all ever heard of Toledo Day?
Yeah.
So Toledo Day used to be something that happened every year. Nobody was the main organizer of Toledo Day. You feel me? Me and a couple of people, my dude Burger, my dude Kyler, all of us, we all talked to you. We all stepped in and brought activities, bouncy houses, DJs, free barbecue, karaoke, all that stuff, right? That year we did that. No shootings, no stabbings, no fights. You know what I'm saying? So it took for us to really be like, dang, what y'all need or how we organize this. Because if you don't got an organizer with support, that's what you usually get. Just random stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I think even if somebody was to step in and been like, hey, did y'all take out a permit? You feel me? Like, because they made that a big deal, but I don't think it was a big deal that they didn't have a permit. Like, they try to say like, oh, if the incident that happened didn't have a permit, like that would have made a difference, honestly. I feel like. But organizing it would have made a difference. But so leading up to the incident, it was cool, drama free. People just kicking it. Maybe a couple of female stuff. That's the normal though. Let's be real. That's the normal. You know what I'm saying? So, people who out there who thought that it was just a whole day of everybody flashing guns and being ecstatic, it wasn't like that. Do you feel like
Turned that to nighttime. Everything else was cool. I was there. It was cool at first. This is how things started getting dark. More people and everything started getting
It started getting packed on the day.
real dark? So the next thing we was gonna talk about was the decision to leave. Was it? You knew you could feel it. Now I promise you, I was seeing these big boy guns.
If you're not,
It's not even about that though. Like, sometimes you just get this feeling in your gut, like it's something wrong, something going wrong. And
It's tension. You can feel it in the air.
like you can just something about to happen. And sometimes you don't listen to that gut, something can happen.
it wasn't my people's other business.
Right. So sometimes the decision to stay because your homies don't want to leave you, you don't want to happen. But when it's like that, what do you suggest a person like say if I feel like I'm not gonna leave, should I move different? Should I think different?
You should just walk us around. I'm gonna tell you what your whole crew just in it, like a crew that be good.
I'm gonna tell you what you do. A big crowd, you don't stand in a big crowd. I got anxiety bad. I take medicine for anxiety. I don't stand in the middle of everybody because I already know something about to happen. I could get swung on. A female could be trying to punch another female, she punch me or something.
Right.
What you do, you stay on the perimeter. So if you run it, you're not getting trampled over or pushing people out the way or there's people in your way. You gone, you straight to where you gotta be at.
So
Can I add to that?
yeah,
Like with that big crowd stuff, like it's one thing about the big crowd, like, and shootings and stuff start happening.
You don't know where
it's coming from, but most likely it's coming in that crowd.
right.
So the best place is to stay outbound.
And then would you suggest the people who ain't, so say if you on a block party, if you ain't from that block, they gonna get dark. Maybe that's your exit time.
But it made it seem like it was gonna be cool because it was everyone on Snapchat. Even people with this type of color was coming. This color was coming.
Yeah.
Why is y'all here?
Why y'all
Y'all here? Y'all
At a certain point, you know, like, man, this more the neighborhood. Now
You
it's time
notice
for me to go.
when it's starting to be like not your crowd.
Right. So people who ain't into, if you're not into that, if it ain't your hood or your people who you affiliated with, you know, to tell your kids to hit their cup when it's time to get, you know, when it get dark or when it start feeling like that, it's time to get your cup. You know what I'm saying? Like that's called being responsible with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like me personally as a grown up, I know when it's time for me to leave. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta think about responsibility, my responsibility to survive. You know what I'm
But like
saying?
as somebody like our age, it's like when it get like nighttime, that's when everything gets to jumping. So it's hard for you to want to leave because you know that's when everything about to start getting a rotation. Everything about to start getting cool. But then you gotta think like,
So it's a tough decision.
you gotta think where I'm at. Like, sir, you know where I'm at, bro.
But guess what? Ain't nothing worse. Ain't nothing worse than never being able to see people again. You know what I'm saying? Something that'll trip you off the streets or something to take a life away.
Yeah.
So it definitely, you gotta factor in them things like, man, it's jumping, but you know what? I want to see tomorrow.
Yeah.
And the only way to guarantee it is if I leave right now.
Can I add to that?
Go ahead.
Saying what you said, like when you see that person leave and you didn't know they were about to leave, one hard thing about that is like if you there and you just watch that happen and you can't do nothing about it.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. You can't do nothing about that.
That's crazy.
And that'll mess you up. You know? You don't get able to sleep.
A lot of kids was traumatized from that. Like I heard, I'm talking about for a couple of days. Like
You can't stop it. You couldn't stop it.
But think about this though. These kids is there who were never meant to see nothing like that. Man, listening to it as a grown up type thing. Man, I've been in the street for a very long time. I done heard gunshots. That was in the top 20 that I ever heard in this city. They was letting go You know what I'm saying? So imagine the little chick that go to Central who know you're like, oh, let me go check out the block party inside and heard that though. It was right there with some birds flying in the air. You know what I mean? That's wild.
That's why you
where they going.
What was going without incriminating in any way? What was going through your head when you started hearing them gunshots?
Get close to the house.
Get out the way, huh? What was you thinking?
Yeah, I got up out of there.
Oh, you got up out of there?
I saw it. I already knew what it was. When we started
A lot of people told me that. Like a lot of kids was like, man, I knew where it was
my
going.
sister and they little friends, they stayed there.
My little sister stayed there.
Say
They was
that,
telling
I
me,
don't know.
all the homies was telling me to come. I said,
A female who I know was like, not to tell her story, but yeah, I can say her name. But the girl was walking and she said a dude who be in the streets really be, you know what I'm saying, a shooter was like, man, don't go that way. You need to be going home. It's thick, you know what I'm saying? Like telling them basically it's about to go down. Go home. One listened, one didn't. One got shot and one didn't. That's wild, right?
Yeah.
A small decision like that to listen to somebody who's telling you and know, you know, could avoid the whole situation. When I was young, that happened to me. A dude was about to shoot in the area that I was in, and he like, man, get from over here, bro. Like, I'm like, what? I'm grown. Like, he like, get from over here, bro. Yeah, like, I told everybody, let's go. You know what I mean? Let's go. He was about to get some people who was with me. But he couldn't do that knowing that I was right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I say, in a sense, if everybody ain't listened to me, he would have shot me. You feel me? And I, you know, that's it. You got to be equipped to know to make them decisions. And that's what conversations like this and like things like circles and verses where I be trying to let young people that's in between have tools in their mind. You got to have these tools because guess what? Every day you don't know. If you ain't never thought about what you're gonna do when somebody tell you, hey, go that way. If you never thought about it, you might not make the right decision.
Like, even if you're not in the streets and you gotta still know what to do when like a situation like that happen. You gotta know what to do. You gotta know how to put your feet quick.
And it happen fast. And if you're not prepared for it, see, I'm trained in the martial arts. I'm trained in boxing. When things like that happen, it ain't fast in me. It's slow in me. Because my mind is prepared for it. You know what I'm saying? So as youth, as people who in the streets, because in my perspective, youth, y'all don't gotta be in the streets for this stuff to happen to y'all. Y'all can just be walking on the street any day, anywhere. So y'all say,
I'm sorry. If you did that, you can still get hit.
Yep, leave it to the car. You know what I'm saying? So
You might think it's another opera, it's a different color. Oh, this one keeps in the block. That's the same car.
So y'all got a whole nother thing to worry about. Like y'all got to think how to evade the situation happening drastically, when to leave, how to leave, all these things. And it's a society full of kids not even thinking about that.
That's the thing, though. When you start thinking, you think too much. Why not?
But look.
Why not?
So say, okay, next set. This is a segue to: is it safe to let your kids go out, right?
Yeah.
But before we say that, think about this. It can happen at work. It can happen
You know
anywhere.
where we at right now?
Right.
But like we can really
It can happen anywhere.
up out here.
So, is it safe? The thing a lot of parents are saying is, I'm not letting my kid go out. What y'all feel about that?
Train your kid to know what to do.
You can't hide your kid. You can't.
Because all your kid gonna do, because I used to be like that. I used to not be able to go there.
Right.
All your kid gonna do is be bad at you.
Right.
They gonna be bad.
When they go out there, they bite themselves in the head.
You gotta have that talk with them.
You gotta be able to say, hey, mom, dad, I think they about to shoot. Can you come get me right now?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's the type of conversations that you gotta be able to have.
You ain't going nowhere after that. You can't.
Right.
But you gotta move like, all right, mom, I'm just ready to go.
Yeah. That's the best way to say it. That's the best. But guess what? As parents, they should be that comfortable with you. Because guess what we was doing when we was y'all age, out here really doing stuff. You know what I'm saying? So open up. Parents need to open their mind and have that conversation with y'all. Like, what it's like for you to be a kid? I want to know, because guess what? It can be cool for you. It can be hard for you. It can be easy for you. It can be terrible for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's different perspectives for each kid. And parents need to challenge themselves to find out how they can help their kids be the best them.
Parents need to listen to their kids. Like,
I know parents who giving their kids guns. What y'all feel about that?
that's.
But you got to.
I mean, to me, the total first line, that's smart to me because listen,
And it's smart.
if you know how to use
Just by
it,
the-
if you know how to use it,
Yeah.
when to use it,
So
you'll be cool.
you think if a kid was taught gun safety and it's illegal to have a gun, first
should
off,
start early.
at that age it's illegal. But it's not uncommon in certain settings. If you live in the country or out where they farm at, they teach their kids from ground up how to use guns. You know what I'm saying? But if you live around here and you teach your kid how to use a gun, you might wind up shooting. You know what I'm saying? Never know.
Our little kid is like out here like that.
Yeah.
Why don't get your kid no gun? Cause you about to go rock somebody. You gotta
Yeah.
go stick somebody up.
So,
They ain't even know.
I always say that the sickest, saddest perspective is kids that's dead right now. That if they had a gun, they might not be dead.
Yeah.
That's the saddest
That's
scenario.
All they got is a hand, but that hand ain't gonna get
It
that
it's
far.
nowhere, and that's sad to me because that's a reality for some kids. They can't get up out of it. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes you
So,
gotta know
what would you say if somebody was around you and they was like, man, I gotta keep this strap? What would you say to them? Is it anything? Sometimes.
No, I mean,
No.
I understand why parents ain't gonna do guns because the split second I be so mad, and then you go do something dumb. You think like, why did I do that? You just threw your whole life away.
You just nailed it. It's really that. That's the difference right there. A kid don't know how to decipher code when they should make those decisions to not shoot or kill. You know what I'm saying? That takes maturity and so many different things.
Because people in 30s still doing that.
Man, they drinking with like right now. Y'all know what CCW is, right? I got my concealed. I give me right now. I can carry a gun and hide it, and I don't got to show. You know what I'm saying? I got my
comments in my bag. They got
So the difference between that is anybody can carry a gun over 18, but they got to show. So
yeah.
But concealed, you got to hide it, and you can hide it, and you don't got to know I got it. You feel me? So when you got your concealed,
I thought it was 21.
it's 21 and up, but 18 and up can carry a gun at all. So, I'm not raised. I got my stuff like 12 years ago. So it might be older.
But it
It
changed.
used to be 18.
You get your whistle at like 18, but you gotta
You can't.
you gotta wait to get pictures and stuff when you're until you 21.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That's a better age for it. But so when you got carrying concealed, you can't drink with it. And it used to be the law, but you gotta be in imminent danger. Meaning, like, say if y'all was gonna jump me, I gotta be able to not leave the room to shoot somebody. You feel me? So if y'all make me feel like I can't leave this room or my life is in danger, then I can shoot somebody. But if not, then I gotta leave. Now, Toledo is a stand your ground state. It's in a stand your ground state. So now all you gotta do is make me feel threatened, and I can really, make the decision on my own. A kid can't make that decision on his own. Your mind not mature enough, because guess what? If one of y'all get smart with each other, your first thought is, I should be doing that. You know what I'm saying? And that ain't even right. That's not even an option. I say right now to people, when I go talk to people, I say, I used to think that I could put my hands on somebody from what they say to me. You know how crazy that is? If you really sit back and think, somebody told you stupid, you a B or whatever name you don't like to be called. And you want to fight them over
your mom.
Yeah, but that's if you really think about it, that ain't a reason to ever put your hands on nobody. Yeah. But when it's happening, are you for it? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's maturity. Like, I realize
walk away from that situation.
Exactly. But guess what? We almost never do. You know what I'm saying? I can think of 100 incidents that I was in that I easily could be like, man, I don't care what you are. Like, what reason should I have to want to fight a stranger? I don't love you. I don't care about you. You don't make me money, nothing. So you a stranger. If I walk away from you, it means nothing.
I don't even know.
Exactly. That's how I think now, but it took years. I'm 36. It took me to like 33, 34 to even realize. You feel me? What you gonna say?
The real reason kids don't listen or none of that is because the house, most likely it's the household. You go in the house, I don't even live with my mom or dad. I live with my great aunt. That's something crazy, you feel me? But I respect her, you feel me? But it's not a man in there that can teach me what to do.
Right. It does take that.
So like, most kids got a messed up household, so they look up to the streets and look up to what the streets doing. But the streets ain't for everybody. It really ain't for nobody. It's not for nobody.
It don't love nobody. That's the thing.
It's a reason why they call it a trap.
Right.
Because it's all set up for you to get trapped.
It's a field. The streets set up for you to feel.
Ain't no way.
I know a lot of street cats my whole life, and very few of them got out the situation unharmed or without jail or, you know what I mean, without wasting their life at some point. You know, and what I feel like is what you said is so important in the household. Like, we did a youth survey, right? And most of the kids in there, we asked them who they want to learn from. And I'm thinking that it's going to be coaches, teachers. It ain't. They want to learn from their parents or their peers. Like y'all each other peers. You know what I'm saying? So y'all looking to y'all parents and this is the parents.
I'm sorry to tell y'all, but it ain't always gonna be your mom and your dad. You need to raise a kid.
No, but this is who they wanted to be.
Yeah.
That's what the question was to them, was who you wanted to be. And guess what? You got a society full of parents that's closing the door like, I gotta go to work. And you like, I'm trying to learn life from you. And they gotta go to work. You feel me? So guess who's gonna answer you? The streets. The streets ain't gonna say, hey, go to 419 Junction, it's a job here for you. They're gonna say, take this path. That's what yes. The streets will go do this, so it's in their favor.
For real, the streets is made for you to get how much you need to make it out of the streets. You're not supposed to want to stay in the streets and keep repeating the cycle.
I'm gonna tell you an even better way. It's a training called Bridges Under Poverty, right? This dude made a book for organizations to learn what poverty is and how poverty people from poverty think different and act different, right? They said 3 ways to get out of poverty. Could y'all guess one? Guess if you got one in your mind. Go away to get out of poverty. See, and that's what a lot of us think, but that's not enough. Huh? Yeah, you can't walk away from poverty.
Can't do that.
Huh?
Use other people's money.
That's not. In so many ways, yeah, but no. Like loans and investment, that's one way. But I don't know if that's how you make it. Yeah, we have to do that. So education is one. Marriage is one. A lot of people don't know marriage is one. You marry in the house. Yeah, exactly. So that's one way. Education, investment, and no, the other one to me, I said this to the dude who wrote the book. Like, you forget one. It's called positive interaction. So you meet somebody who teach you something positive and it changed the course of your life. That's what happened to me. You know what I'm saying? I met somebody who positively impacted me and changed the way I was going. You feel me? But where we from, we think what you said. We think you gotta hustle, get enough money, and get up out of it. That's not a reality. Guess what's easier? To go get an education. It's 4 years.
No, it's not.
No, but listen, here we are.
You know why he's saying that?
No, I'm
You
really
work on 6 to 9 and you ain't getting you gonna get the same shit.
No, I said education.
You can go to college for 4 years and they still not
You're not gonna get that job. No, but this is the thing.
He ain't say
Okay, you still got education.
He said education. It's different, bro. It's just learning.
But this is what we don't get taught, right? Go ahead.
You can learn new materials and take them to the streets from school. You don't gotta do
Education ain't, you know, education, my version of education ain't going to college. It ain't just going to college. Guess what? You can come to me like Mr. Dave, whatever you call me. You can say, hey, I want to learn how to do trading. Forex trading or something, right? I can give you resources that you learn how to do that. Y'all say y'all want to do investment. I can get an investor come in here and teach y'all how to, that's education. Look, I know so much stuff and I specialize in it to the point where people are paid for my opinion and I ain't been to school for nothing. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I educated myself. It's self-education. It's the school education and it's self-education. Mentorship. You know, how many of y'all got a mentor? That's good. A mentor.
like a counselor.
So tell us about your mentor, just a little bit.
Really, just for me to, he here to help me. He ain't here to go against me or help me.
How did you get your mentor?
Basically because I had gone to weed school. That's why I got.
Oh yeah, you a therapist, Kyle?
That's a form. If you feel like it's your mentor, yeah, you know what I'm saying? If you feel like it is, who your mentor? I mean, tell us about you.
I got 4.
You're a 4? You're an athlete too. That's a
Yeah, it was my principal. I got in trouble, talked me out, and got me out, and then after that, he been cool with my teacher. I struggled and stuff. He helped me out. I still call him. I got all my teachers, everybody's in my grade school. I still got their number. I can call them. After that, it was my coach. My coach is my uncle, so he got my back. Then my I think it's my dean. Wait, she always got me.
Oh yeah, she cool people.
Yeah, Miss Blue, she took care of me the whole time.
Right. I promise you, when I met her and worked with her, we stayed in touch, you know what I'm saying? Because she really cared about the kids, and I know that, you know what I'm saying?
If I miss school, she comes straight to my house.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. See,
It is.
so that's what we gotta, y'all as you gotta understand.
But sometimes teachers, like, they just collect a paycheck
For sure.
and keep going.
But that ain't your mentor. A teacher don't have to be your mentor. They should. They should. You should feel like that, but that ain't how a lot of teachers is. Like you said, they get a paycheck or they're exhausted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what happens a lot. They don't get paid.
It's not
Like
the,
shit.
the teacher's always nice. It's just what TPS go through. Like, this is what you gotta do. Teachers is really nice. Mr. Scott told me, like, he teach them. He told me everything. Just the TPS, that's how much they gotta go through. It's planning and all this and that. They don't have time to do what they want to do.
They exhausted.
They're
I mean, yeah, they got too much on their plate. Y'all know what a hub director is? A hub. HUB. So like this place we at, this is a hub. You know what I'm saying? Something that connects you to resources. So in the schools they got hub directors, right? So your schools be having hub directors, people who's supposed to get y'all connected to resources, but they be so busy doing other stuff that they never need to do that. You know what I'm saying? So teachers are so busy trying to teach y'all basic stuff that they don't get to tell y'all, prepare y'all for life. That's part of their job description. You know what I'm saying? Then we lost the paper.
The main thing goes, the closed mouth don't get fed.
That's true, but guess what? We should, like a person, if I work with kids,
They don't want to learn, so you can't force somebody that don't want to
Yeah,
learn.
but like, let me tell you this trick, bro. This is how I got a set first. It's a 7th grade at Chase STEM Academy. Got in some trouble.
I'm sorry. You still paying for your books? Did they trap you? Did they trap you?
I don't even know what you're talking about right now.
You ain't had to pay?
No, I got a scholarship. Academic scholarship, bro.
I had to pay. I
So
still
look,
got to pay.
so look, there was this principal called Mr. Hunter. I was in and out of jail at this one point in time, and I was getting in a lot of trouble. You feel me? I was going through depression or something at that time. He was a cool dude. He was the principal, Dr. Hunter, right? He taught me how to work with myself, not how to think about what other people talking about to them, not what they feel You feel me? So like, when he said, don't worry about what other people doing. It's like, they worried about you. It's not about them. It's about you, how you want to do it. It's not about your family. It's about you, not their life. It's your life.
right?
So what he told me to do is, I was good at knowledge. I'm good in the books and school. You feel me? So what he did, he hooked me up with an academic scholarship, a full ride scholarship to St. Francis. And I went there 8th grade. It was cool, but the 9th grade year I didn't like it as prejudice. You feel me? So I got withdrawn from there. I went through it. You feel me? I still talk to some people from St. Francis. Not like the kids, but like mentors and teachers and stuff. There's still people that's trying to help me, trying to get me back into private schools. You feel me? It's not all about the streets, man. It's a setup.
Wow,
It's a setup.
The streets don't see. You gotta think about what everybody going through in poverty.
Yeah.
People just trying to get up out of it, right?
Yeah.
If I gotta step on you and do that, that's the option for some people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I know this to be a fact. When I was growing up, when people my age had guns, they were old, rusty, dirty looking guns that you found anyway, right? Now kids y'all age got brand spanking new guns. Somebody giving y'all a gun. Ain't no way around it. You feel me? So that let me know now it's in somebody's interest to put guns in y'all hands. It's cool. The last one was perfect, so I don't remember. But this topic is a little better. So, you know what I'm saying? Because guess what? Without a mentor, how you feel without your mentor? When you ready to crash, what you do? Crash. You need somebody to talk to you about that. You feel me?
You don't talk about your feelings. You gonna help them. They
You
gonna
gonna crash. You don't talk about them.
You ain't gonna want to live life, bro.
It's okay, bro. It's okay.
I'd rather hold it in than talk to somebody that's not understanding what I'm going through.
I hate that when teachers think they
You
know.
ain't never been through it, you don't know what I'm going
That's a
through.
lesson to learn, though, bro.
Somebody ain't never been to the situation you've been through and been there and be like,
Hey,
oh, I know how you
you
feel.
can talk to your family.
Man, I had to take a class on it was called listening with connections, right? It was a whole bunch of adults in there. Guess what? They couldn't listen to each other. Like I'm talking about. So this is what you had to do. I'll talk for 5 minutes and you can't say nothing. Just listen. I'm the only person who could do it. It was like 6 or 7 of us. They couldn't listen while I was saying something. You know what I'm saying? So the task was to learn how to listen and make a connection without saying something. The reason why I could do it is because I went my whole life saying what he just said. Then why nobody didn't just listen to me? Yeah. You ain't gotta say nothing. You ain't gotta tell me what you think I should do. Just listen to me.
That's why I like going to a therapist, because it's just like she just sits there and listen to everything. You know, never put her input in.
That ain't
a therapist. That's not just somebody that's supposed to listen to you. They supposed to help you, and that's why I don't like therapists. I've been going to therapy since I was 8. Never helped me.
But guess what? Did you let it help you? So he wanna go and he wanna be listened to. You wanna go. You want somebody who relate to you.
I want to vent, but I want you to help me with my problems too.
But
Give me
guess
advice.
what? A person can't help you with your problems. A person can only help you guide yourself through.
Like, but my way, she helped me because she figured out what was wrong with me through me telling her stuff that be happening to me. If I got anxiety, I look both ways behind me 25 times a minute. Because I got bad anxiety, I got PTSD from stuff happening like that.
Yeah, and that's common.
Yeah,
It's common.
like she figured that out and she gave me some medicine for it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I like her, because I can go there, talk to her, and tell her what's going on with me. She can figure it out. Like, she figured out I was depressed at one point. Because I wanted to be around people, but at the same time, when you get around people, you don't want to be around them.
But that's the strongest person in the world. Somebody who knows themselves.
Yeah.
You know what your challenges is. That make you prepare for everything.
Yeah.
You feel me? But it's a whole world full of people undiagnosed and don't know what's wrong with them. You feel me?
They just don't want to.
No, it ain't always that. They might not have the resources. A counselor is expensive. So I just went 2 years without proper insurance to get a counselor. My job, my only job I ever had was the job I got right now. I hustled my whole life. You know? I didn't even know I can get a counselor through my job. You know? My people, my job is like a family job. So they call me like, how you doing? Like, I'm recommending you, I think you should go see a psychiatrist. You've been through a lot this year. And I never even sat back and thought like, I can't sleep, I ain't been wanting to eat, I ain't know nothing was wrong with me. My body was trying to tell me like, bro, you need to chill, you depressed, you don't even know it. I didn't know it, you feel me? So until he recommended that to me, now I'm about to find me a counselor and try to, help myself learn how to navigate through these things, you know what I mean? Because I didn't even know. I would just be not able to sleep and thinking, oh, I don't want to sleep. Yeah, something wrong with me. You feel me? But we don't know that. That ain't common knowledge.
My original reason I went there is because I was smoking. I got caught smoking. And I kept smoking. Then I was leaving the hospital like 3 weeks at a time. I was just leave, be gone, do whatever.
I'm back.
I'm good. That's how I beat up.
And
But like,
go ahead.
yeah, but like she knew there was something more wrong with me. The reason I smoked weed, I got anxiety bad, bro. Like, and I got ADHD, so my head going 1,000 miles per hour.
Do something else.
Like, she figured out like he's smoking because he's bored. Because he got ADHD real bad, so when you smoking, times is going past. You don't even notice times is going past. But she gave me that medicine, like it slowed everything down. It made everything
So y'all think kids y'all age, is that why they smoking so much? Because y'all dealing with so much?
Some people want to smoke because they think it's good.
It's sweet.
Like
Like,
sometimes it's me. I really been I lost like 2 family members in 1 year. Like, yeah. And I'm not saying I do it all the time because I don't. I do it when I feel like I'm at my lowest point.
Right.
Like I'm a fighter. I'm not just going, I'm feeling down today, I'm about to go buy some weed. No, I'm going to sit down. Like I talk to my mom every day. It's not one day I don't talk to my mom on the porch, just chilling with her. So I know I can talk to my mom. She helped me with problems here. I want to talk about how my day was at work. We talk about everything. It's like, you know what I'm saying? She can calm me down. I don't even go to therapy anymore. My mom is my therapist.
So advice would be for y'all to find somebody to talk to. Somebody who you can connect with and talk to. If it's a counselor or if it's not. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure there's always somebody who's willing to listen. You know? Hopefully, that'll be, if it ain't, keep trying. Because this is what I do. I do art, right? I do art, I do music, whatever I do. That's my meditation right here. You gotta find your meditation outside of drugs because drugs ain't never the answer. You feel me? It ain't never the answer. It might be a stepping stone for you, but it ain't never the final answer. You feel me? Because they don't
satisfy.
Yeah.
How many superstars y'all seen use drugs and fall off?
Man. And guess what? They got everything that
Okay,
people want.
what's his name?
They got everything that people want.
Dude that used to play with a bomb in there. Dude out here died bad.
Man, I seen it 1,000
He got colored hair.
Yeah, it's a light skinned dude.
I know what you're talking about. He
I just saw that on a magazine. They had a picture of him before and after.
He recovered now.
But this coach, you just said like it's not always like that because they got everything that everybody got, but they still human. They still have problems.
Yeah.
Money brings a lot of
I was about to
problems.
say, then them having all that money, they can go get whatever they want. So
Money do not.
Hey, money don't take all the problems, man.
You do a good job. It's an illusion that money make all your problems go away. It's only an illusion.
They always talk to you about that, though.
It's a
They always talk to you
about
about
your life.
No,
So
it ain't about money.
before we end this, what do y'all think about? Yeah, Kirk. Well, we ain't got to talk about Kirk. It's cool. We can talk about that another time because I feel like we cover so much more important stuff. You know what I'm saying? Curfew ain't even an issue no more to me because parents can take a lot of what y'all said and make better decisions off of it. A curfew ain't it. You know what I'm saying? Making you, that's why I'm thinking I can just shield over you all day.
Okay, and I said, okay, I'm sorry. If I got a kid, I'm going to go there and just check it out. I'll go by and just chill. Just chill, look at it, make sure I'm around.
3 minutes is all it
Don't
takes.
go home, go across town, just
Right. That's all it takes for real. If some of the parents would have just been like, let me go check on it real quick.
come on, but like one of the kids that had died, I remember I was standing on a porch and I'm like, oh, is that following here? Because it's like somewhere for him. It's not like
Right,
it wasn't like
see him.
yeah, it's like not a normal place. But I don't myself personally. I don't go to parties, so I don't know if he ever been. But like I'm just like
today.
he always adamant. I'm like
I don't go to parties because I don't. If they don't have security and all that.
yeah, I'll mess with that.
It just
One thing about
Too
regular
bad.
life, I know people that don't live with their real parents, don't live with parents. They live with their granny or their auntie, and that's not like the same hospitality. Like, you know what I mean? Like people that live with their granny, they basically can get away with anything. They old, they not paying attention, they forget things.
well, one thing do you know? This is me. Well, I don't work first. If I say get out, you gotta get out. If you stay, you know what that is? That's trespass. That's like 2 years mandatory. You feel me? So I don't like going places where a person got a power over me to say,
telling me to get out.
Yeah, get out, and I ain't do nothing wrong.
Now you telling me to get out? They shoot now.
Yeah, exactly. And that's trespassing.
Right.
Literally trespassing. So, and then look, you can have a gun in your house and say you don't want me to have one.
Yeah.
You feel me? It's so many different things that why I just rather only go to people who I care about.
It's like
or people who care for me.
if you go to a party, I got an example of one party. They patted everybody down but a couple people. And a couple people the ones who shot the party.
Right.
So like
I know parties just like that, man.
Yeah,
Our parties ain't safe, man. We about to make it so. And what I want to do with y'all, even so, I'm about to make it so a couple of team party nights happen. You know what I'm saying? I want to plan it with y'all.
Just make a team thing.
No, I'm serious. I'm literally, I just met a dude just now. We about to try to have a team night so y'all can have parties. And y'all tell me how we think should make it safe.
But some stuff y'all not gonna allow that. It's like
So no, it ain't like that. It ain't like that. It ain't like that.
Like,
It's we ain't gonna be babysitters. We gonna be hosts and security. We not gonna be babysitters. You know what I mean?
no, like some stuff we gonna want to bring to our party.
Let me stop this first.